I just went to Tasmania, Luke. Just got
Yep.
back. I went to visit my friend Greeley in prison.
Yep.
Went to Risdon Prison. That was an experience.
Yep. One of my favorite comments I saw on one of your videos during the week
Yeah.
was Lewis, I have heaps of rapper friends Spears
Yeah.
in the comments. And it's getting a bit like that on this podcast as well. Every
is.
week you come in like, oh man, my friends are tough, I go to prisons, and it's like you're like, what did you do on the weekend? I just hung out, man.
Well, that's
Went
boring.
Went
That's
to
what
my
I'm
cousin's engagement.
You need to
got
make-
hounded for not giving shout outs.
You need to make more friends with criminals because you get
Yeah.
the best stories ever.
Yeah.
It's weird. Have you ever visited a friend in prison?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I've only ever been to. Oh no, I went to like a legal studies in year 12 or 11. We went to a prison
Yeah.
school. With like few murderers and stuff spoke to us.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was the only time I'd ever been in like a modern active prison.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Was it Barwon?
I visited Greeley at Risdon, and it was it's really strange having all of these because there's like a waiting room, it's like a doctor's office, and you're just sitting there. But instead of being filled with like old people and sick people, it's like I was the only person in that entire room. There was about 30 people. I was the only person that wasn't a single mum.
Really?
Yeah. Or well, maybe they're not single. They're just dating the guy
Yeah, right.
they're going to visit. So
Okay.
I was the only person with a dick and with no kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
And was it the same kind of shit TV like a doctor's office?
Yeah, they
like,
were
was
watching
it the
what's
Today
on-
Show on mute.
What's on Channel 10 with the dude with the glasses and then
Dr. Phil.
Nah, it's like Australian.
Oh,
He looks
I-
like Sam Peterson, but he's not.
I have no idea. I
don't
don't
know.
watch daytime TV.
It's like Studio 10 shit.
oh right.
You know, like the TV
Yeah,
around the
with
table.
all the old women, and they talk about
Yeah.
and there's that one guy on it. Who
Yeah,
thinks
that
he's
one
funny.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't good. I was gonna say I'd rather be in prison than in the waiting room of the
Yeah.
prison.
That's
Watching that on
punishment
TV.
enough. Just being in the waiting room.
man. Well,
That would put me off crime forever.
Oh,
like,
for
I gotta
sure.
go. I have to watch this guy on mute all day.
I almost left. I was like, you know what? Fuck Greeley. I'll see him when he gets out. But yeah, so you got to go through, and then it's kind of just like going into airport security, except there's people in towers with guns looking at you. It's very scary going into prison. And they have my fingerprints now. I had to like scan my hand and give them my fingerprints, and now I don't know what they're
So
going to do
does
with that.
Radio Mike 2.0.
Yeah, but it's not. I push it with push the buttons. It doesn't have a fingerprint scanner. I had to scan my entire hand.
So what? Like you touch stuff every day. Someone could go get your fingerprints afterwards.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be saved and logged to my identity. That's
no,
the thing.
you're right.
Yeah, so now I can't commit crimes with my boys anymore, like I did so
Oh
often.
yeah, you'd always do that.
Yeah, I do. I always do that. But I went to
That stuff bothers you
what?
so much. You hate like invasion.
I
Of
don't like it.
privacy.
What are they going to do with it?
It's so if you help them escape, they have you on record.
Yeah,
It's for security reasons. It's so like you can't. It's so like now if you are an accomplice to a crime that happens in the prison, they got you.
yeah.
That's
but
why.
I understand that. But let's say I commit a murder and then they use my fingerprints from when I visited Greeley
Yeah.
prison. That's cheating. That's not fair. I don't like that.
Oh, so you'd prefer if our legal system
Yeah, absolutely.
was more about good sportsmanship than actually catching murderers.
Absolutely. I think that's cheating. I think that's like, doing steroids in the Olympics.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you trained, but you also did roids.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's totally not on. Not fair.
I'm happy for them to cheat in that aspect.
Okay.
They can
maybe.
cheat.
Okay. Maybe when it comes to murder.
Yeah.
But I also went to the old prison. Me and I went with Jazz. I went to like the old, I can't remember what it's called. They took us to like the old convict prison from when Australia was first settled. And they told us all about the prisoners, how they used to lash them and beat them. And they showed us the cells that were tiny. And I got to say, from seeing that and then talking to Greeley about his experience in prison, he's like living in a hotel.
Right.
Like,
Compared to back in the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, they would give you 100 lashings if you didn't do the slave labor correctly. One of the prisoners,
And now they give you like 50 lashes the beer.
yeah, yeah,
That was a pretty good joke.
that was a good joke.
Thank you.
That was good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it's a lager. Damn it.
in the old prison, they would have soup that was just flour
Oh, no,
with
never
carrots
mind
in
to
it.
the people in the comment. It's a pale ale. All right, continue.
They would give you soup with flour and then carrots in it, and then people would just end up dying from starvation because it wasn't real food.
Yeah.
I asked Greeley, well, what are you eating
What,
in
you
there?
eat? You used to eat flour.
Yeah, they put flour in soup.
So what, to make it more chunky?
Yeah,
Ugh.
I guess.
Yuck.
Yeah. And then they had a giant flour mill that was operated by the prisoners essentially going up an endless loop of stairs. And that's how it spun and crushed the grain.
Right. And now what's modern prison like?
And I asked Greeley, I'm like, oh, what are you doing every day? It must be so shit being in prison. He goes, oh, no, it's not too bad. I have a PS2.
Oh, so you can play Tony Hawk Pro Skater too.
Tony Hawk, Spyro, all
What?
that.
Crazy
Yeah.
Taxi, dude.
Yeah,
All
Crazy
day.
Taxi, for sure.
Sounds like I'd get a lot done if I went to prison. You know,
I know.
clock a lot of levels.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
good.
You
Need for
could
Speed,
100%
Most
it.
Wanted. Does he
Oh,
have that?
bang a game. He'd get all the pink slips.
Oh man.
That'd be good. And for dinner, he had. For dinner, I had, as a free man, I had a Big Mac and
Yep.
a small chips. Yuck. He had in jail chicken Kievs and pumpkin soup.
Oh, that's like one of my mum's. You know, that's a Shaz classic.
I know, right?
That's a home cooked meal.
That's really good. And then he had, and then for dessert, you know what I
Yeah.
had? Nothing, because I didn't have dessert. Do you know what he had for dessert in prison? Hedgehog slice.
What
Hedgehog slice. That's better than a head job twice.
is?
That's what he said.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of time thinking.
He's had a lot of
about
time
that.
thinking about that.
And he's like, oh, I could think of funny rhymes when I have guests come in.
Yeah.
So yeah, is he not hating it?
Seems all right. Like, honestly, like, apart from not being able to leave and having the record, doesn't
'Cause
seem that bad as long as you behave.
One of the best things I find when I play like Need for Speed or Tony Hawk is
Yeah.
you can save game and then do something else. You can't just have to save game and then you can't really go anywhere.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
really do much else. So, I'm going to send him a letter with, like, some cheat codes to GTA.
That'd be really helpful.
That would
You're
be
a good friend.
I'm a good friend.
Well, that's good. I'm glad he's well.
Yeah.
And I don't know is that off taxpayer money?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, there are homeless shelters that are a lot worse.
Yeah, but you can't treat them like shit, because that's what they did in the old prison, and then none of those prisoners rehabilitated, and they just became bushrangers like Ned Kelly and killed cops when they got out
Right.
because they hated cops.
Mm.
So whereas the prison is trying to rehabilitate them.
Yeah, through Spyro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you think about it, if you go, all right, you killed someone, stay here for 10 years and play Spyro.
Yeah.
You get out and you'd be like, I've clocked Spyro.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
won't
dude,
do
that's.
it
I
again.
bet you the only person who's ever finished like the original Legend of Zelda was a prisoner because that game is so long.
It really is.
That's sick, though. I mean, look, yeah, good on him. I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Like, it's good on them that they're not hating it,
Yeah.
but also like, you know, yeah, it doesn't sound that shit.
Well,
I'm
okay.
kind of a little bit jealous. I
I'm
don't
talking
even-
about how good it is. He told me a lot of fuck
No, but
stories
did-
that are his stories to
Yeah,
tell.
but did you say like you said some of them have PS4s?
Oh, yeah, he said, because he goes, oh, I got a PS2. And I was like, oh, dude, that's incredible. And he goes, yeah, but my cellmate, the person next to me, my neighbor, has a PS4. I was like, what?
So like some people who might be watching this going like, I want a PS4.
Yeah.
And do they have to work for it in prison?
He has a job, so he does something with food. I think he gets $35 a week.
Right. Oh, that's a catch.
But he said
That is like
prisoner-
that's like work experience in year 9 rates.
Oh, it's
where
slave
you
labor.
just get yeah.
It's like, and they also make money out of the prisoners. So he can use that money to buy shoes. So they have like normal shitty prison shoes, and then you can get some good $80 New Balance. But they're $20 New Balance, and the prison is flipping them. They're buying a bunch of New Balance and
Yeah.
flipping them to the prisoners.
Yeah.
So you get $35 a week. You got to save up for 3 weeks to get a new
That's
pair
a
of shoes.
scam.
Right?
The prison guards should be in jail. See how they like it.
Just on him having a job in there,
Yeah.
is that so when he gets out he has like some sort of qualification or trade?
I think you can do that in there, but obviously,
No, I think it's just to pass the time.
I think
And
he
to earn
just
money.
delivers
It's-
food and
it's-
shit.
I wouldn't call it a job. It's probably like more of an incentive program to get
Yeah, right.
other shit,
I think
and
you
also to
can
keep them
do-
occupied.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, you're just sitting there.
You
bored
can
all day
learn
getting
trades and
fights.
shit in prison, but he's in like maximum.
You've
I
got
don't
to
know if
keep
you
your
can.
brain occupied all day. Otherwise, you're just
Yeah.
sitting there playing Spyro. Which,
Yeah.
you know, it's fun for like 3 hours.
Yeah, and then you're like bored.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm sick of dragons. But anyway, Tassie was good.